Hi, my name is Dan Schmitt, and this is Team Chicago Challenge. We're at Barber Motorsport Park, located right outside of Birmingham, Alabama. Today we're looking at round 9 of the WERA Dunlop Tire National Endurance Series. Team Chicago, we're here with the Allen Keys for Senate, George Bush for President, vote Republican R6. And I'll tell you, this is a great racetrack. We got 50 teams. Everybody that's anybody is racing in this race. So let's go check out the beginning of this 4-hour national endurance, and let's see how Team Chicago does. 48 teams have stepped up to the challenge of Barber Motorsport Park 2.3-mile road course, the most beautiful racetrack in North America. And as we get to the end of the season, in the overall points, it's WERA Suzuki is still up front, Army is second, Neighbor is third, Team Velocity fourth, Cherokee Challenge is fifth, BNS Racing sixth, Dixie Mafia is seventh, Bell Suzuki 2 is eighth, Team Extreme Maxxis Tires 9th, Velocity Crew is 10th, Blue Ridge 11th, Dio's Gap is 12th, Team HMR is 13th, FDK is 14th, Team Chicago, we are in 15th place. Chuck Esworth is getting ready to start this 4-hour national. The first wave is off. Jumping up front, that's Bradley Champion. And at Team Velocity, R1. WERA is third. Second could have been, and you catch that one, is that Army of Darkness? As the teams go charging around the first corner, down the second straight, into the U-turn, back up the third straight to the museum corner, and Bradley Champion is up front. Team Velocity on the R1 Yamaha. Trey Beatty, WERA Suzuki's running second. Cherokee Challenge is running third on the R6, the 600 Yamaha. As they go down this fourth straightaway, over to the bridge corner. Coming into the first corner, Bradley Champion, WERA, Cherokee, Army, Neighbor, Bells, Team Extreme, SMP, Team Chicago. Whoa! Bike is down. Oh no, it's HMR1, the Honda 954. These guys from Marysville, Ohio. Bradley Champion continues the lead. And the Team Velocity, Yamaha, right there, WERA Suzuki, Nielsen Enterprise. Team Extreme is leading SMP sponsored by 4 and 6. Dunlop and CD, 2 mics and a bike. And as the rest of the Suzuki SVs go charging by the back chute as they clean up this accident scene, let's go to comments from the riders earlier today.
Brian Stricker racing with I Destroy. As far as Barber goes, pretty fun track. A lot of blind corners and whatnot, so it ought to be a pretty fun race.
My name's Sean Hill. I ride for Need a Sponsor Racing. I'm looking forward to the race. It's a fun track. Can't wait to see how 600 fares against the thousands.
I'm Chris McGrath with FTB Endurance. It's a real fun track here at Barber. Lots of elevation change, really technical and pretty challenging. Definitely a learning experience out here.
Alonzo Lamar racing with Outer Extremes. We're a team of about 4 of us, and we love this racetrack. Actually, it's a pretty cool, good racetrack. It needs a straight, but other than that, it's a pretty cool track.
Yeah. My name's Daryl, and I ride for Team HMR out of Marysville, Ohio. What we're not going to do today is crash. What I'm not going to do today is crash, hopefully. So, clean race.
Our normal team of Josh Schmitt, Brian Dalkey, team owner, and myself will be riding the 2.7 bike, the super stock. See where we can come up, and hopefully we can maintain at least third in the points, just ahead of Team Chicago.
At the end of the first hour, Phil Caldwell's on the Team Chicago, George Bush for president, Alan Keyes for Senate, vote Republican, 4 and 6. Velocity Crew comes flashing by. They're in 4th place. 667, Neighbor of the Beast, Army of Darkness, 99, go flashing by. Team Ellipse is right there. As Phil Caldwell chases down Mike Shellcroft on that SMP, 4 and 6, Dunlop, R6. Phil Caldwell on the George Bush for president, Alan Keyes for Senate, vote Republican, R6. And they're in a battle together. Up front, Vezra has now taken the lead as we get to the end. Cherokee Challenge is running in 6th place. Team Velocity Racing's running 2nd. Sam and Tim from Army of Darkness. Sam seems pretty excited about this race. Team Ellipse, they are on the gas, number 86. Running in 7th place. Dixie Mafia is chasing after, need a sponsor, I believe. Even Chuck from Team Velocity, look on, and at the end of 1 hour, it's Vezra, Team Velocity, Army, Velocity Crew, Neighbor, Cherokee, Team Ellipse, Bell Suzuki, Dixie Mafia, Team Extreme, Touring Sport, D&D, SMP, Team Chicago, and BNS Endurance. And now it's my time to take the Team Chicago Yamaha out the challenge. Coming into pits first. Oh no, we cannot allow this to happen. SMP has come in. Phil came in. It's my grandson Brandon doing the fuel. But because both these bikes are prepared at 4 and 6 Racing, 4 and 6 Performance, they're getting exactly the same mileage. But we've got a quicker pit stop. Get the cap on and let's go racing. Barber Motorsport Park. As I head out onto the track, let's check out this 2.3 mile road course. The first corner is this left-hander that brings you into this sweeping downhill carousel. You go downhill, swing it wide, and then uphill onto the second straight. This leads you into the U-turn. A couple downshifts, the slowest corner on the track. But it's wide, you can get back on the gas. Go up the third straight. And this leads you into the museum corner. It was designed to be sort of a roller coaster corner, but everybody cuts it short. Get on the gas, shift up into the S's. And then down the back chute. One downshift. And this takes you to the bridge corner. And then this sweeping right hand to get you back onto the front straight. 2.3 miles of fun coming by. That looks like Scotty Van Scoy. Cherokee Challenge. Team Velocity right with them. That's Paul Youngman. As you see this group of riders, there goes Team Ellipse. 71 is Bell's. 3, Chuck Ivy is now on Team Velocity. That R1 Yamaha, they're running second. Oh no. Team Honda has gone to their backup 600. And they are having a problem. That's Daryl Noyes getting off the bike. Chuck looks down the track to see what it is. Report as I come down the front straight into the first corner. And this downhill right-hander, it's another bad point for me. I'm just not going through there fast enough. I probably lose 2 seconds through here. Shift up, get on the gas. I'm down this chute. Sneaking by to 67. That's Reach Racing. D&D's right there, 31. That's Triple J Racing as they go sneaking by me. I am just not fast at this racetrack. D&D comes by. The guy's out of Georgia. WERA Suzuki is still up front. Team Velocity, they're running second. Army, third place. Check that, Cherokee is in third. Trey Beatty, he's on the gas. He gets by Velocity crew. Over the bridge. Uh-oh. Red flag is flying. Means to head back into the pits. This stops the race. Scoring goes back 1 lap. Red flag. 20 minutes into the second hour. WERA Suzuki with Trey Beatty at the controls. Coming out of the S's. Trey Beatty hit the rider from Mad Cow Racing. Coming out of the S's, the bike went one way. The rider went right under Trey Beatty's wheels. The rider might have gotten a broken hip. Trey went over the bars. The bike is really messed up, and now we got to restart. Army of Darkness also sometime went down. The crash truck is out there to pick the bike up. We wait for Chuck Esworth to throw the flag. A 3-wave start. 48 teams at Barber Motorsport Park for the Dunlop Tire WERA. Round 9. One more race to go after this one. This is critical in the points. So let's check out the start as we wait for Chuck to flip the flag. First wave off. Second wave. Team Extreme, who's on my right. I think that was Billy jumping out front ahead of me. We go through the lower carousel, second corner, uphill on the gas, into the U-turn. But like I stated, I love this racetrack. I'm just not very fast. REC 67 gets by. And I think that's 37. Need a sponsor. Some of the riders are running great. Now we come into the museum corner, the downhill. Down the back chute. And I'm on the Team Chicago. Up front, Team Ellipse. Team Velocity's running second. Cherokee Challenge is running third. As I come down this back chute. 31 goes by. Gets Triple J Racing. 124 is right behind me. And it's I Destroy. See, Notorious PIGs are heading back into the pits. They're on that SV. As we head down the front straight, I think that was Dio's Gap Racing trying to sneak by. I get by him. WERA, they are working hard, putting that bike back together. Team Ellipse, they are flying. Number 86, Cherokee has now moved to second. 86 is sponsored by Ellipse Tank Bags, Deal Gap Resort, and Michelin. As I head through the S's, this is one of my slow spots. I'm on the George Bush for president, Alan Keyes for Senate, vote Republican, 4 and 6 prepared, Yamaha dealers. As I head over the bridge, staying on the gas, onto the front chute. WERA continues. He had to replace the tail section of the pipe, the computer, the entire fairing. It was a real mess. It looks like Cherokee Challenge is now in the lead. Team Ellipse second. Team Velocity is running third. And trying to stretch the fuel, they missed their fuel stop. Is Velocity Crew Racing. Paul Youngman's out there. They're from Huntingtown, Maryland. Paul Youngman and Kevin Perkins ran out of gas. Luckily, he made it to the high point, coasting into the pits. Sometimes you just forget about your rider if you're doing that good. These guys are running right up front in the top 5 the entire race so far, but this is going to hurt them. They're losing precious time, but they're still up in the top 5. Team Velocity, Cherokee Challenge, Team Ellipse, Velocity Crew, Neighbor the Beast is on the gas. Dixie Mafia is leading that lightweight superbike class. Bell Suzuki again has had an engine problem. They are out of the race. Army of Darkness with their crash that knocked them out of the top 5. Neighbor the Beast, that's Scott Fisher riding. They are in 5th place, looking good. 2nd place in that middleweight super stock class. They are battling with Cherokee in the points. As I come on the front straightaway one more time. Team Velocity with Chuck Ivey has now moved to the lead. Cherokee Challenge running 2nd. Team Ellipse is running 3rd. Cherokee has changed riders. It's Chris Norman now on the bike. And it's going to be time for me to head back into the pits. Team Ellipse, they're heading back in the pits. They're running in 3rd place. WERA is back on the track. They were in the pits for 20 minutes. John Jacoby is now in the WERA Suzuki, but they have dropped way back. Army of Darkness is in 31st. WERA Suzuki, boy, I think they have dropped back to 40th place in the pits for 20 minutes. And it's my time to hand it over to Phil Caldwell. See if we can make a quick pit stop and get out there. Phil's been turning lap times 7 to 8 seconds faster than me, so he's got to play catch up. Joe's got the fuel. Let's get this thing fueled up and let's get down the road. Phil is charging out of the pits. Kevin Perkins is on that Velocity Crew 600 Suzuki. Now that gas stop, or the lack of gas stop, cost them 1 position. They are now in 5th place. Team Velocity, Chuck Ivey, they are up front. On the charge, Team Extreme, number 6. But somehow they have dropped back to 13th place. Barber the Beast has now moved to 3rd place. That's Scott Fisher on the Neighbor the Beast. As Phil Caldwell goes chasing after Mike Shellcroft again on the SMP 4 and 6 Yamaha. And as they head into the museum corner, let's go check out Barber Motorsport Park Museum. Well, the first thing that strikes you at the front of the museum are these 3 gods of unicycles. One with a mask, one with the mask torn off, and one with the mask extended. But 5 stories of motorcycles, all types, all brands, all years, a full array of motorcycles, but a good number are dedicated to racing. Some of the exhibits are completed. Some of the exhibits are still in work. This is only the 2nd year of the museum, and there's plenty of work to do as we see some of these bikes from the early years. It's a 1903 Indian. Board track racing. And this is how a board track was constructed out of 2x4s laid vertically. That's how the track got its strength. And you can see the high degree Indians, Harleys, twin cylinders, no clutch, board track racers. And yes, racing was inevitable. The art of the motorcycle, the exhibit that's still on display, I believe in Las Vegas, but a good majority of the bikes in that exhibit came from George Barber collection. The Briton, considered by many the most beautiful race bike ever built. But the dedication to racing, many, many, many vintage and modern race bikes, bikes that have won Daytona in this Daytona display. As we get into the beginning of the 4th hour, Team Velocity is up front at Stephen Breckenridge. They are leading the race. The Super Sport team, TI Force Exhaust, Pirelli, EBC, Cherokee Challenge. They're running 2nd. Chris Norman and the CherokeeChallenge.net. Velocity crew is in the pits. Final pit stop, taking on fuel as Phil Caldwell chases down Mike Shellcroft, SMP. Paul Youngman to take it out and trying to make up time. John Jacoby is charging on the Advezra Suzuki, Nielsen Enterprise, Wantana. Bradley Champion's going to take over to finish up this 4-hour National Endurance. As Team Velocity, the crew changes the rear tire. And let's go into the final moments of this 4-hour race. It's like Scott Fisher, Neighbor the Beast, and they're running a solid 3rd place. Scooting by, though. Does that need a sponsor? There's some teams are really flying out here towards the end as Scott comes scooting by, Neighbor the Beast. This is a great race for Melissa Burkhoff and her crew. Leading the lightweight superbike class, Dixie Mafia. Another solid victory in that class for this team. Seconds remaining in this 4-hour National Endurance. Team Velocity is up front. Cherokee 2nd. Neighbor is 3rd. Team Eclipse 4th. Velocity Crew 5th, Team Extreme Maxis 6th, Team Pennzoil 7th, as Team Extreme takes the checkered flag. BNS Endurance 8th, NITA Sponsor 9th, D&D Racing 10th, BNS Endurance 2 is 11th, SMP 12th, Reach Racing 13th, Army of Darkness 14th, Team Chicago we're 15th as Mark Young comes by on the Vezra Suzuki. They finished in 18th place. In the overall points, Vezra has still got the lead, Army second, and Vezra has picked up the championship. Team Velocity third, Neighbor of the Beast fourth, Cherokee fifth, BNS sixth, Dixie Mafia is seventh, and coming across, picking up the flag, Bradley champion is Velocity celebrate. Special thanks to WERA and Denis Torres for the additional video footage. We could not have done the show without their help. And music for the show by Engine, Mike Preetz, Intrigue and Travesty, and all this music recorded Fireside Studios, Westchester, Illinois. I had a great time racing at Barber. For more information on WERA, Western Eastern Road Race Association, America's road race leader, it's WERA.com, WERA.com. To contact me, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from my audience. Remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action. Plan a trip. The World of Motorcycle Museum, Winnemac, Indiana, 4 miles south of North Judson. It's on Indiana 39. Give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great collection of motorcycles and a great day trip.